Hello everybody, this is Binton7 on my BintonGaming channel, and welcome back to An Untitled Story. Today we're going to be doing Deep Dive, which is the final part of the Fire Cage Sky Sand Deep Dive ability triangle dependency keywords, whatever. The ability that's in Fire Cage is not required for this area, but the ability from Sky Sand is. I think it's necessary. I haven't tried to get through parts of this area without it, so I feel like it's at least helpful. If you want more information, you can go check out my Sky Sand video. For now, this is Deep Dive. We're going in. Deep Dive is down here. Falling down into the abyss. We got a heart immediately. Love that for us. The gimmick of Deep Dive is that we have an air breath meter, just like a real living mammal. There are bubbles throughout this area and these like air geyser things. The air will not be any harder to deal with on Insanity than any easier difficulty. I'm not sure if the air goes down faster or whatever, but we got a sign here. Stop and take a breath at bubbles like these if you hope to survive. I sure hope to survive, but the game just crashed. Going even further deeper down into the ocean blue. And here is a heart. I do love a good heart. Ooh, but if we want to get up there, we need something. Oh, I'm gonna die, aren't I? The breath thing, running out of air, is way harder to deal with on Insanity because you die instantly upon losing all your air, whereas in easier difficulties, you only lose bits at a time. I did not stop and think about that. Our mission right now is to get the ice shot. I don't know if I mentioned that yet or not, but hey, those bubbles that are spawning give us like 10 airs, I think. 3 rooms down into Deep Dive. You go to the right and we got a blue orb. Let's be careful, guys. Be careful. We only have 1 health. We cannot forget that. So now we gotta rush. We gotta get the air. I don't want to die. Okay, so now if we hold down the shoot button and then let it go like that, that creates death of the frozen variety. And I think, yeah, when those things break free from their cold prison, they die. While we're underwater, we can't actually kill anything with fire, so ice is our only option. Made it a little bit too close to that yellow guy. All right, here we go. Oh! All right, we made it through those yellow. Now we're on the final stretch of world to get back to the world, back inside the place that we want to go. We're getting this heart now. Oh, I forgot about my air. That's kind of the big thing with this area. That tells me I need a strategy if I'm going to have any desire to be successful. So here is my plan. I need to breathe oxygen before I enter that room with the hearts. Oh, and I gotta watch where I'm going as well. What I was trying to get at is we need to make sure we're being safe. For everything, every heart, every ability orb we get, we need to immediately go back and save our progress. We have to do it if we want success at all. And wow, all right. That is why we need that ice shot for this heart. Oh, but I can't. Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to succeed if I can't even do the first thing of this area? Breathe the air, and then... Oh my god. Dude, I was holding my breath that whole time just to see how hard it would be, and man, this bird has tiny lungs. Can't hold his breath longer than 20 seconds. Something tells me I'm gonna need to get some kind of air upgrade before I want to get that heart, but I'm gonna try one more time and just see how I'm doing, I guess. Okay, so the air that we have when we get the heart is around 30, and getting 10 air is not enough if we want to succeed. Let's try to get every air bubble we can on the way to that heart and see if that makes a difference. We have less air right now than we did when we entered the room the first time. So yeah, we're gonna come back to that heart. That was a little bit of a wake-up call that I need to really keep tabs on how much air I have. You might be able to see it from here, but I think this room has one of the air upgrades that I was just talking about. Right in here, we got a little sneak peek, a scandalous air bubble thing, and when you get the air bubble upgrade, it refreshes your health, which is nice. I messed up because I thought that there was going to be a ledge that I could easily jump back up from, but nope. We got to jump up there from here, which hopefully we won't die. We are going to die. Nope. We're not going to die, but maybe we need to go find another air pocket somewhere. Okay, right here. Perfect. SS Eternity. Okay, if we want to get back up, we're going to need to have an air or an ice bullet charged. Because boom, check that out. And that's all we need. Let's get back to the save point and continue our descent. That is one underwater ability that is in the bank now. Hey, maybe we can get that heart now. Let's see, we have 50 additional air, which, I mean, that's basically an extra hour. There we go, we got it. Now we're at 80 instead of 30. I got this. And we can go bank this heart as well. If I can just hurry up and get to the air pocket up here. There we go. Okay, so for that heart, you need to have a little bit more breath. Not all that much extra, just one additional blue orb's worth in the bank. That's all this video is going to entail, is just we go down, we get a thing, and then we go back up and save, and then we go down again. It's a little bit like an actual diving expedition. All right, we got more options here. We can go left, down, or right. Right leads to the SS Eternity. I don't want to go there yet. I think that left is where we want to go next. We just got to fall down here, do a jumpity jump. And these are the porcupine snails I was telling you guys about, but now we have the equipment in order to deal with them. And what's this army of yellow fish about? They really wanted me to jump through that tiny gap, but I know better, guys, and you do too now. Next room. Haha, we got a heart. This room actually has a whole bunch of stuff in it. We got this one heart. There we go, and if you're a little bit observant, you'll see that there's some lines shaping out a possible hidden area, which it's more than just possible, it's there, it exists. What's the word for something possible, but it's certain? I don't know. We got a treasure chest here too. Luckily, when we're in a treasure chest, air depletion pauses. Poseidon has respect for the puzzle masters. Okay, so clearly this box can easily go down, and then this box can go down and left, and then there we go. We got two of them on the X's, but there's gotta be a simpler solution. For instance, so this one could go left, up, right, which would allow for this one to go like that. And then, of course, we can take these down and go fill those other two in. But how do we get that last X? That's what we're after today. So I got to do a little bit more analysis to figure this out. Okay, if we take this, move him around there, then we can move that there, which will allow us to do something. Okay, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but let's try this. Around the world. Okay. Oh, I know what's going on. If we take this around here, go up and left and down, we got 1X. Go take this guy around here, and then boom, we got 2 X's. Now all we have to do is Okay, there we go. That's it. That is the treasure chest. I believe that was the optimal solution. So I hope you guys were taking some good notes. Now we just need to make it back and fall down and not try to go through that tiny gap, guys. That's a total scam. Okay, and we made it back through all of that. So now we just need to do what we struggled to do several times before now and make it back up to that save point. You resurface once, you resurface a million times. That is what I always say. And we have successfully banked a few more things. We have 200 breathings. And now we're moving down to some new screens. I really am curious about how it is that... Oh, okay, there's some air. I was like, how in the world are you supposed to get that heart? We gotta get some air, we gotta give the yellowfish a kiss. I think that the air geyser that's right in front of the SS Eternity is the closest one that we're gonna get. Alrighty, SS Eternity, you may have been promising too much for the hundreds on board who perished when you crashed into this rock under the water, but you remain a symbol of hope for a bird in need of air. Nothing is possible in DeepDive without getting the air breathing upgrades. Now we gotta once again get back. I know you guys are probably like, oh, okay, sorry, I just had to get my kisses in real quick. It's probably boring to you guys watching that I'm getting one thing at a time and then going back up for air and save points and whatever. But hey, do you want me to finish this video or not? Yellowfish, I'm not giving you any more kisses. You are maxed out on kisses for today, and I'm going to die. That's wonderful. See, drowning, now that'll kill you. Despite the intimidating nature of only being 30 seconds of air away from dying, this area is not all that bad. Probably one of the easier areas of this challenge run. And there we go, we got our air pocket. So now all we have to do is do what we have already been doing several times. Just got to make our way up to the save point again. Also, I was just saying that this area is not too bad for this challenge run. I've never actually beaten DeepDive in Insanity. Just like Sky Sand, it was the boss of the area that stumped me, but oh well, maybe my positive attitude and charisma will save me yet again. I believe we just have one more pit stop to make before we have to go fight the boss. Going all the way down, let's go to the SS Eternity for good luck. Instead of going to the right and getting that heart, we should instead go to the left, the home of my lover, the yellowfish, and go down here. And this, my friends, is a path that leads to none other than Blank Land. Let us proceed onward into one of the easiest rooms in the game, where we're just walking to the left. And then here we go, we're just walking to the left again. I thought that there was going to be more to getting to Blank Land, but I guess not. Just walking and walking and walking. One more room. Oh, I spoke too soon, it looks like. We have the hardest platforming I have to do in the entire area. Wonderful. I should have kept my big mouth shut. Ooh, it's not too bad. There we go. It just took a little bit of elbow grease, and here we are. Blank Land. But I'm not doing Blank Land yet. Look at this. It does this weird wobble shit. I don't want to deal with that yet. I want to go back to the underwater world. Do you guys ever suddenly get the desire to beat a really hard boss on your first try? Because that's what I'm wanting to do right now. SS Eternity, my long lost friend. You hide some secrets. Some secrets that are worth exploring. Right here. You guys thought that this was just some decoration? Absolutely not. We got another heart over here. Do we want to get that heart every single time or no? The way I'm tempted to go all the way back up to the save point just so I don't have to deal with the 2 milliseconds of heart animation every time I want to retry the boss. All right, I decided. I'm going back up and no one is going to stop me. Boom. We have banked more, or one more heart. Now I gotta go all the way back to that spot. You know, on easier difficulties, there's a save point in this room. Also on easier difficulties, you have more than 1 health. So, maybe that was a pointless thing to mention. Alright, we are back to this little spot with the heart. I'm not looking forward to this next room. This room has caused me so much trouble in the past. We have like 1 million sea urchins that become invisible. That's not how sea urchins work. Getting to the boss is hard enough. Why do I have to do this extra voodoo stuff? The sea urchins doing the disappearing act. Okay, we're back. Man, this ship really had it rough. It like got fully impaled in the stomach by this big rock. Whoa! Very close and dead. I would wait for the sea urchins to show themselves before I make additional moves, but my air really does not make that a viable option. We have multiple things we need to balance here. All right, attempt number 3. We got this. It only... Okay. We have made it, and there's an air pocket. How nice. I don't know how there's air flowing through this ship. It must have just recently sank or something. I don't know. And there we go. Now we just need to... All right, the double jump is enough, and there we go. We've made it. We've made it to the boss. Hello, Dragon Man. Whoa, hey, that's not cool. I didn't know you were gonna open up with your laser like that. I don't think I'm out of the woods with this sea urchin stuff. This is gonna continuously cause me trouble, I believe. It's not gonna be like Fire Cage, where I just got so good at the stuff leading up to the boss. We're back, Dragon, and you better not do that thing you did last time. Oh, fuck, nope. Okay. And there we go. He's gonna shoot something that's not a laser this time. We got some bullets, man. The bullets which are slightly homing, it looks like. I'm feeling really good about my odds of beating the dragon on the next attempt. The beginnings of these videos are always so fun to make because I have so much doable stuff to do. I always eventually will have to fight the bosses though. It really just takes everything out of the experience. Okay, maybe I will get good at the sea urchins, but I don't think I'll ever feel good about it. Okay, dragon. Hit me with your best shot, but hopefully not actually. That laser beam is not that fun. Okay, we're back with our bullets. We are back. Oh, no! The driveway pulling out of my apartment complex is so tight and narrow that I pulled out of there probably, I would guess, around 200,000 times. At this point, I just trust, okay, I'm not gonna hit the walls, but I always feel like I'm going to hit the walls. That's how I feel about this sea urchin stuff, especially this part right here. I'm never gonna feel good about that. Come on, dragon. We can be friends, right? No, we can't? Well, how do you know? At least we get 3 crystals every time we die. In case you didn't know, the crystals don't reset when you die. That's the only part about the save files that sticks between deaths is the crystals, and it's intentionally so you can't just gamble all your money away and then reload your save in Skytown. That money will stay gone, and on the flip side, it'll stay with you in the case of picking it up between deaths. Hello, good sir. Would you like to buy a pamphlet about Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior of us all? Maybe not. Looks like you're going to hell. Hey, we made progress. We made it to the second hit of the boss. Laser time? Yep. Laser time. Oh, we can't jump too high, guys. Knock, knock. Anybody home? We are back at it again, guys, but good thing we can't jump too high, otherwise we might die to the spikes on the ceiling. Okay, guys, we're back. And you can't stop me this time, Mr. Dragon. I've been studying up. I've been going to school. And I know you may think you're a dragon, but I think you're actually just a pile of rocks. Did you guys see the spikes around each of the segmented parts of his body? And actually, did you see the segmented parts of his body? That doesn't seem very organic. Okay, guys, we are now moving into an attempt where I'm going to end up victorious. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop it from happening. All you really got to do is jump up and die very quickly. If I want this plan that I have to take effect, ooh, we got a lot of crystals that time. I've got to be faster than that, boy. My fatal flaw in my past few, well, basically every attempt up until this point, is that I would avoid his ice shots while he's moving down and then try to avoid them again while moving up, where really what I should be doing is just avoiding them on the way down and then just jumping over his head. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, I know what I'm talking about, and we are about to have that be showcased for you today. And I was totally wrong. I do feel a whole lot better about the sea urchins now than I did at the very beginning. Not everything can be like getting out of my narrow driveway. Oh man, I thought I was gonna survive for a second. The beam is the beam. I don't really have a strategy right now for dealing with that, other than just jump over him. I just have to survive this beam attack. Oh, there we go. We have survived the beam attack. Now we just need to jump through his little ice shots. Can we do this? No, we cannot. I was thinking maybe if we hang on the ceiling and then fall off, that would be fine. But no, we do actually have to jump over his head completely from the ground. If my aura seems a little bit different now, it's because we are on day 3 of attempts. I didn't announce day 2 because I don't think I'm actually going to include that as part of this video. I was just in a bad mood. I should not have recorded for session 2, but I've had some time to cool down and all of that. Of course, now I have some time to heat back up. Oh, I died to the porcupine snail. Never thought that would happen. I think that's the first time in my entire life that has occurred. Frickin' porcupine snail. Don't underestimate him. I've made a mistake once. I'm not gonna make it again. In fact, I'm gonna kill you this time for killing me last time. You may not remember that because that was in a different metaphysical plane. The difference between me and you is that all of the reincarnations that occur every time I die, I remember what happened last time. It's like I'm in a Groundhog Day situation. Dragon, I have a request for you, which is that please let me employ my strategy to take you down. Watch this. So he shoots his bullets down, and then I forgot that they're slightly homing. That one was on me. That was totally not the dragon's fault. No! Okay. That was closer than I thought it would be. All right. Ice shot time. You are going down. So yeah, check this out. If I just jump over his head right after the first wave of ice bullets, there will be enough time to get him. In fact, so much time that he's confused and I just jumped way too high. Wait, I just realized that dragon is probably why the SS Eternity sank, so we can't even hold that against the SS Eternity. How are the people who made this boat supposed to know that there would be a giant rock beast in the water? You murderer! Murderer of people, murderer of me in every other attempt I've done. That's it. No more killing for you, my friend, because I'm going to knock you out. You know that they weren't expecting you to get him that early into the vulnerability phase, because he's just sitting there doing nothing the whole time. Hey, come on. Boom. That's hit number 2. This is the farthest we've gotten, guys. And now we wait for him to shut his mouth. You look so stupid. So stupid, guy. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean for you to hear that. That beam attack is the same every single time, so once I get good at that, I will be unstoppable. Here's what I'm wondering. Is there a place that I can hang out right under him? There is! Where the beam doesn't hit. And I should have stayed just completely still during that. But okay, but there we go. That is how we find consistency in the beam attack. Just go to that one little spot underneath him. Can I get there fast? Oh, I can, because I hit him so early into the hit. Oh gosh, I keep moving from the spot. I don't know exactly what killed me there, but I think possibly his body, the hitbox is rotating? Maybe? I was sitting still and then I died all of a sudden. But yes, we go under him, we wait for the beam to go by, and then we jump through the hoop. Last hit. Let's get ourselves comfortable. Okay. We're not getting hit by your beam this time, but will we get hit by your millions and millions of ice bullets? No, we are not. Ha ha. Wow, guys, we did it. That's awesome. And we have $1,000. That's great. I can't believe we actually did it. Where's the music? Okay, welcome back, music. And hey, look at that. Another yellow circle. Just like the one in Sky Sand. But we ain't got no ghosts here to try to steal it from us. Man, I'm so glad that we beat that ice demon guy because I've never done that before in my entire life. We are entering new territory here. Oh, that's dangerous. Dangerous bee. Okay, just gotta... Oh! The worms! I did not realize that they were going to do that to me. First hidden heart of this upward area. Let's go back and save. This worm isn't going to get me this time. Neither is that worm. Worms, your days are numbered. At least your days killing me are numbered. And that number is 0. I'm getting in the middle of this square to find this heart. No way to know that that's there unless you go to the fortune teller thing later in the game, and that will tell you, hey, look in that square in the middle of that room. And it's like, what square are you talking about? Because that square is so non-important. We go up and that's the end of this area, but we go to the right, and this is the last thing we have to do, and we will be done with Deep Dive for the day. Feels good to be making progress in this game. Yeah, once we really learned how that dragon worked... Oh! Dead. Once we really learned how that dragon worked... It's not that bad. You just have to really get a feel for where that little nook is where he can't reach you with his beam. I'm gonna be really sad if I get to the end of the game and realize that I missed a heart somewhere along the way. I don't think I have. I've been pretty thorough. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. This can't be any harder than that one platforming room right before Blank Land. I'm just getting way too in my head about it. Oh my, you graze a thumbtack and you fall dead. There we go. We made it through, and that is the end of Deep Dive. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're at least going to make it to a save point. We've made it to Long Beach, which is one of the plot-heavy areas of this game. I'm only going to be making it up to the save point, and then I'm going to be calling it quits, because I think this area would be appropriate to really wait for. I mean, I'll give you a little bit of a taste of it. It's a beach. It's long. It's extremely low tide right now. This beach just keeps on going. And then a whole lot later you run into some character who's important to the plot or whatever, but I don't care about the plot.